Hey guys, how's it going? In today's one, we're going to be taking a look at a guitar player on YouTube called Kfir Ochaion. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that second name correctly. So, my brother sends me this guy's videos all the time because he loves watching his videos. He loves the covers that he makes. And I gotta admit, they're pretty awesome covers. Shred, bending, awesome tone, rock. If you watch this guy's videos, he plays so many different guitars. He's got so many different amps behind him. I've seen a couple of old school Marshalls behind him. And in one video I watched, there was like 4 amp heads and it looked awesome. So his videos look cool, and how can you complain when he's got such an awesome beard as well? One of the reasons why I wanted to do this video is because when I was watching a couple of his videos, I realized that he has slightly unconventional technique. The main thing I noticed was his bending. So we're going to take a look at 3 videos, and this is mainly just sort of take a look at some of his videos and have some fun. But in this first one, I want to go over how he bends the string, which is quite different. I just want to point out firstly as well, he can play the guitar really well. He's awesome at the guitar. And just like guitar players like Marty Friedman, where they have slightly unconventional technique, it does not mean they're not good at the guitar or they suck at guitar. It just means they have slightly different technique than, you know, the norm. And I think we can all agree that Marty Friedman's a perfect example because his playing, it may look a bit different, but he is very good at the guitar. I don't think anyone can really argue and say,
oh, Marty Friedman's crap at guitar.
With this guy, I just thought I'd point out a couple of the interesting things that I've noticed. So let's check out video number 1. Oh, and if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe if you like my content. I post mainly sort of guitar related content, guitar videos, all that sort of stuff. So if you like that, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. Just hit the like button. Cheers. One of the things I really found quite interesting is that he does most of his bends with his pinky finger. So he's using the pinky finger to do the bend. He's using the middle and the third for support. And then the first finger comes over. I like to call the first finger, obviously the first finger is kind of like the finger that mutes the other strings that you're bending in that direction of. I call this like the safety net mute because it just stops the strings bleeding into the note that you're trying to bend. So he's going. Now, the reason why this is slightly unconventional, and it's such a small thing, but it's just quite interesting to see, is usually you would do this type of bend with the third finger, have the middle finger for support, and then obviously safety net there. Again, nothing wrong with it. It's just quite interesting to see because it looks different and it stands out. To another guitar player, they might go, oh wow, yeah, you know, using quite a different technique there. As you will tell from this video, his bends are spot on and they sound awesome. There's a bend towards the end of this track as well that is so nice. Pinky finger does all the work with the middle and the third for support. So what we have there is a whole tone bend. We come down ever so slightly and up to another half tone. So the reason why I love bends like that is because it really sort of gives the effect of the note flying in midair. If you can actually do it. Awesome, love those bends. Okay, so let's move on to video number 2. John Petrucci-ish, playing a Majesty. Nice. That's really nice tone. Really nice tone. Sounds awesome. Very epic. But that makes sense because obviously the track is a very epic sounding track. So. Oh wow, yeah, check this out. Little bend going on, upper tone with the third finger this time, the ring finger. That last run there kind of reminds me John Petrucci-esque runs type of thing. Check that out again. Okay, when John Petrucci goes into full pelt monster mode and he does those crazy fast runs going down the neck, I always notice that his technique's quite interesting because Paul Gilbert's style picking is more about like wrist and a little bit of thumb movement as well, and picking sort of down into the string, so you get that cool scratchy effect. I've noticed that when John Petrucci does these sort of mad runs, a lot of it comes from arm movement, it seems like. So it's like arm movement, and I noticed what John Petrucci does, which is not what Kfir's doing. He puts his pinky finger like that to sort of, I guess, stabilize his movement. It's very like block-handed with pinky finger doing that. I guess that stabilizes it, but it's coming. I guess it's kind of coming from the elbow. So if you watch that run again, he's not actually doing this sort of pinky finger stabilization thing. His hand is very sort of stiff, and the movement comes from the arm. Like I said, not funny technique. I guess a non-conventional technique. I keep saying that, but I guess really, what is conventional? You've got all these players that are like the best in the world, and they all have something about their playing which kind of stands out. So I guess you can't really say conventional playing. But anyway, check that run out again. It's very stiff in the wrist, perfectly executed though. Sounds absolutely wicked. Those arpeggios sounded sick. That's awesome. Epic track, epic tune, very nicely done, awesome tone. All right, so on to the next one, which is Smooth Criminal. His video that he did where he covered Smooth Criminal. It's awesome. I can imagine if I was a beginner guitar player watching these, I would just watch these videos day in and day out. They are so cool. They really make you want to play the guitar. I love vocal melody played on a guitar and sort of like in more of a solo fashion. It's awesome. These so good. Great tone. Super like classic rock, sort of high gain, wicked. Also, can't doubt that this riff is just sick as well. You can't beat this riff. I haven't heard this song in such a while, and I forget just how good that melody is. It sounds wicked. I'd like to know what he's using to record, because he's got 4 heads behind him. Looks like he's got 3 cabinets. Looks like he's got sort of like 3 plexi or 3 old Marshall style heads. And I think what is to the left of him is a Hughes and Kettner. None of them seem to be on, and the lead doesn't seem to be going to the Marshall head behind him. So I'd be intrigued to see, you know, what he's using. He could be using a Kemper, he could be using Axe Effects, he could even be using a Neural DSP plugin, because those things are just absolutely insane. They're so good. And that would be quite interesting to see if he was using a plugin, considering he's got about, I don't know, 8 grand of equipment sitting behind him. Brilliant. Can you beat pentatonics? Don't really think you can. Pentatonics sound... some of the phrasing you can do with pentatonics, that 2-note per string scale, out of this world. Okay, so that rounds up the video here. So if you like the video, please consider liking and subscribing, as it helps bring the video out to new people. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next one, which will be another guitar video. So, see you next time.